The diggers, too, are getting tired. Once we haul out this last tuber, I think we will call it a night. I hope your strange saw will be of use tomorrow, and you find some wood which we can dry and seal and make into better tools." With that, Toolmaker handed back the saw and waved to Scout and Gilo as she headed back to the digging, and they in turn headed back in the direction of the settlement. As Gilo and Scout returned to the centre of the settlement, Scout informed Gilo he would need to ask for assistance tomorrow, and if Gilo would join him on the edge of the settlement at first light, Scout would lead him to the area he mentioned earlier. Gilo then decided to take his lead from Scout in order to get a head start on the journey tomorrow. He would camp on the edge of the settlement in the direction Scout had indicated. Once he'd moved away from the main collection of buildings, Gilo found another small hillock which he could camp on. Give him a good view of the surrounding farmland, where he could rest without damaging or disturbing any of the crops growing in the fields. Gilo was still pondering all of the day's events, especially his talk with the little child who wanted to become chosen when sleep overcame him. The sky was still dimly lit when he awoke. On hope there always did seem to be a glow in the sky that Gilo was not used to. However, the more he slept out in the open in the tent, the more it felt like he was getting closer to understanding the nature of this planet. It was so unlike Mars, and even the reports he'd had on Earth before the silence, it was different. Gilo felt he needed to understand more, not just of the human life that was living here, but also the ecosystem in general. The soil moss, the bush leathers, and numerous other creatures he'd come across or that Scout had told him about meant that a biologist could spend a whole lifetime here and only just start to understand how they were all related to each other. It already included some details of the plant and animal life in his reports, but he was sure he'd need to do more, along with some soil analysis. What, of course, he had no way of knowing was what other plants and animal species might be living on other continents. He was fairly sure this soil moss would be the dominant plant form on this continent. It might prove a problem for any attempts at future intensive agriculture. But as to whether it was present on other continents, he was in doubt. All he could do at the moment was presume it was likely, due to the limited plant growth on the other land masses. Given the generally good growing conditions, something would have to be restricting growth on other continents. When he was more secure, he would have to task Ogier to do a detailed study of the other continents. That, though, would have to wait till much later, so there were still too many unpredictable things happening nearby to set Ogier on such a long-term survey mission. The Scout and the others being very friendly towards him, having it at the ready might still prove vital for a successful completion of the mission. His deliberations on the subject, however, were interrupted by the arrival of Scout and two other individuals. They were all carrying small hatchets and what appeared to be knife-shaped saws. They all appeared to be ready for some serious wood-cutting, and were smiling and chatting as they walked along. Gilo swiftly packed up his tent and equipment and was almost ready to join them by the time they were upon him.